Ahoy! Today I'm showing you how I changed the PTO shaft from my DEUTZ 5006 like I had a lot of trouble getting it out and more trouble getting it in and making it fit, cause I ordered kind of the wrong bearing. Usually there's a Japanese bearing in. You can see it now. Now I'm slowly but surely getting it out. I tried the first time welding with a stick welder for the pulley to get it out, and I welded M20 bolt to the back of the PTO shaft. Then an angle piece to hold it straight, cause otherwise it would spin around when I would tighten the nut.
Oha.
There a piece of, I think it is a washer, it fell down through the gears into the oil when I removed the system, like, how's it called? Yeah, my improvised tools. Now I'm putting in a manual wrench. I'm going to reuse the bearing that was still good. What the heck? So many gears. But like, the tool is preventing the other gear wheels from falling down. That bearing on the shaft is a 6207 with a groove, and the other bearing is a 206 for the end of the shaft. But make sure you have a bearing that you can split into two pieces, so it is holding the bearing bolts inside of the bearing, so it cannot go out, and a bearing with a cage. Now the new PTO shaft with the new bearing is in. I heated the bearing and put the shaft before that in the fridge to put the bearing on. Yeah, but now I realized that I have a problem with the bearing, cause the outer bearing ring could fall out. So I'm drilling a hole to put a washer in place to hold the outer bearing in place so it cannot fall out. Yeah, that was a real struggle. I had to shorten or cut a bit off of my winding cutter My hand barely fit into the hole. I even had a problem to get the shaft in, and not the shaft but the bearing, so I had to remove the right axle to push out the big gear from the differential, so that's really tight. I thought that engineers in the 70s or the 60s were better at planning, but nah. Now I see people are all the same. So the ring is in place. The German word would be Sprengring, but I don't know how it's called in English. Now I'm applying some Loctite to my bolt. I'm going to tighten it later with about 40 Newton meters. I was using a usual wrench to feel how much torque I'm applying. The first time I used an old East German bolt. It just snapped. Ah man, that was a lot of struggle. Luckily there was enough of the winding so I could pull it out. I didn't expect it to happen. Now you can see for yourself. Did something like that ever happen to you? It's my first bolt that I have ever snapped. And the reddish color on my self-made washer, it's Loctite, not the rust. How do you like the music? It is the only one that I know that I can use. I don't have much experience with video cutting and editing music into it. Yeah, that is Wagner Valkyrie. Bit is used in the film Apocalypse Now. I did order the right seal for the old PTO shaft, but the new PTO shaft was 3 millimeters bigger, so I couldn't use the seal, so I ordered it and I got it a few days later, and it's not in the video, but I think you can change a seal by yourself and don't need any video for it, cause it's the easiest thing I could imagine to change. I hope you learned something from the video and what not to do, what to look out for when buying the bearings, cause you don't need to make the same mistake like me. But I think it's a good solution with the screw to hold it in place. Clack and finished. Was ne Katastrophe. Ciao.